Thanks, Mark. Yeah, no, it's been a great ride. I think we got introduced when you were really starting 361 firm. I think it was you had done the Denison connecting, then you started the Michigan connecting, and right around that time, I think you were starting the 361 platform, and it was also the same time I was starting my new gig. So, background, I was an attorney for a number of years. The last 9 I spent at in-house at Tishman Speyer in New York, and shortly, I think it was at 2018, I started and joined up with a long-term friend, and we started raising capital for real estate sponsors throughout the U.S. I was a Michigan alumni, undergrad engineering and law school as well. So definitely a big hearty go blue.
Absolutely.
We're a basketball school now.
You're the second alum to say that in the last hour. So, looking back on 2020, what do you share? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it was a tough year for just about everyone, obviously. But I think what was surprising to me is that though velocity certainly slowed down in March and April, it just slowed. And I think the thing that was proud of from my team was that we just kept our heads down and didn't sit there and say, woe is me, and just continued to see how we could add value to our clients, see who was still out there, what they're looking for, and just kept plowing ahead. So, the year had a pretty, it was lull, but we got some deals closed even during the height of everything. And then we're still getting things over the finish line the last couple of months too. So very proud of how our team kind of persevered through everything.
Excellent. So you got some momentum going into 21. That sounds.
That's right.
How do you see 21?
21 is going to be an interesting year. I do think it's going to just catapult, frankly. I believe that there was a Goldman article out, and I think the timing was pointing to hospitalizations dropping dramatically by the end of January. I think some of those assumptions may be off just by how much of the vaccine is available and how many people are getting it. But in a short order, I think that's going to start to happen, and people are going to continue to look for places to put their money. And I believe real estate is going to be one of the beneficiaries of that, because some of your other interviewees had alluded to the fact that yields are very low on debt. So if you're a debt investor and you're getting 1% on a treasury, well, why not go to real estate, where you can find a lot of opportunities that are still risk adjusted, relatively similar. Me and my partner, team of the developer, we're going to be buying medical office buildings. Oftentimes, they have hospital system tenants, and they're AA, AAA credit rating, but instead of a 1% yield, you've got 6, 7, 8% yields on those, and it's a pretty good risk-adjusted return compared to buying a treasury. So you're going to see momentum there, and generally what's happened through 2020 and will continue in 2021 is a focus on industrial, which is flaming white hot, multifamily, life science, data centers, all medical office continue to be a focus. And maybe you'll start to see people relax and move into other things. One thing that didn't materialize, which everyone was expecting, and maybe it's still to come, is distress never happened. Outside of retail and hospitality, that there was some of that, but again, because of the moratoriums on evictions, because of banks playing nice in the sandbox, because where are they can put all their hotels into distress, really haven't seen a lot of that yet, and maybe that shoe drops once things do correct, but to date, just not what people were expecting. So we'll see how that goes, but again, because of this, you have a lot of money out there. And so while there might be some distress, there's only so many places they'll want to go. And so you have that driving down yields where, maybe they should have been some yield expansion, but hasn't happened yet.
So switching gears, when we think of not just investing, but trying to make the world better, what are you focused on there?
Yeah. So my two favorite philanthropies are, one is Immerman Angels. Johnny Immerman, another Michigan guy, started it. It's a foundation that's pro bono, where he connects survivors of cancer with people who are going through cancer of the same type. So they, match
Mhm.
and give them someone to talk to help them through. Because, I mean, as well meaning as I am towards trying to help my mother, father, cousin, friend, I think it's a lot better to go through it with someone who's done the same thing and survived it. And so Johnny is an awesome man and a great organization. And the other one is Open Heart Magic, which is a organization that helps children in hospitals. Basically, people learn to become magicians and then go do tricks for children in like children's hospitals. Which, I recently became a father about the same time I started my company, and children are precious. So anything you do to make their lives happier, make their parents happier through hard times, I think is great.
That is great. And then how can we help Jay?
Well, we are an intermediary that it has a number of opportunities throughout the U.S. top 30 markets and looking for capital. So if you're a family office investor or a fund investor and you're looking for another avenue for real estate opportunities, I would love to connect. And then we're going to start going on the medical office path pretty soon. We've got about $50-60 million of assets so far on developments, and we're going to try to get 200 in the boat by the end of the year. So if you're interested in that, I'd love to talk to you as well.
We'll talk about that separately.
Okay.
So what's the one word for 2021?
Velocity. It's gonna go like this. We're gonna go vertical. I think people are gonna snap back to a more normalcy faster than a lot of people had anticipated. That's my guess.